Am I back or not? Or we're back. Yeah, I must have pressed the button on my Streamlabs that killed the stream. Sorry about that. My apologies. I was talking about something. Can't remember. He replied to himself. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about that. Like I said, I just pressed the button. I must have just been talking myself through a little bit, but yeah. If you're Quad Cortex, yeah. So Quad Cortex, I'm definitely interested in it because like I've played with some of the newer plugins and like I think they're cool, but I just don't use them because I have my AxFX2. But I'm definitely interested in a piece of hardware, especially if it does like seamless patch shifting, because like when you do patch shifting on an AxFX, there's always like a slight delay. So if a Quad Cortex can shift patches like near instantaneously, makes for a better live experience. And if I can program like the patch changes for live shows where it just like instantaneously changes the patch as opposed to like waiting like a little second, because like it's like a really, it's not long, but it's definitely noticeable on an AxFX. It's something I'm definitely looking forward for in something. So gonna look into the Quad Cortex, see what it's like. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna get one or not, but yeah. What was the other question? So there's Quad Cortex, and it's Ax 3 speed. So I'm not using AxFX 3, so I don't know how fast that is. And then when I did callback in Galaxies Collide for Set Course from Andromeda stuff, yeah. So the callback first off, thanks for the sub crofts. That's really appreciated. Thank you very much. Yeah. So like for the callbacks in Galaxies Collide, it's just making sure that it was really clear that this is the continuation of the Set Course from Andromeda album, and I was able to use the themes from Set Course from Andromeda and Homebound. And it's the same thing I did in Senpai 3 and Senpai 2. Like in Senpai 2, I was able to call back from themes from Senpai 1, and in Senpai 3, I was able to call back multiple themes from those first two EPs. It was just so much fun. And that's one of my favorite things to do, is just like have something that's released over the course of literal years, actually. Yeah. So the album, like, you know, was released over the course of, the albums and the EPs were released over the course of several years, and I was able to just pull from each of them and reference them. And my favorite thing was when we did like the stream, like the Discord stream parties, the listening parties, and like YouTube premieres, and people like were like, oh wait, that's that melody from this song and stuff like that. I just found that so cool when people recognize the reference and stuff like that. I find it's so cool when people see that. Oh yeah, here's arrow plus and equals adventure over. It's a lot of fun. Slightly less delay than Act 2, but still present. They're trying to become hench. Yeah, Cam's working out a lot more than I am. When you do a callback, it really puts the licks phrase on another level, since it's worth doing more than once, makes it special. Yeah, I think so too. It's just love. I think it's just a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm hoping that my my sub emotes get approved soon. They're in the pipeline, and they're getting the Twitch treatment, I guess. So via rewards, emotes. So, oh wait, I have another slot. That's amazing. So here we go. Wait, I've got 16 out of 25 sub points. Oh, I mean, like Pikachu Hulk fucking pogged the entire stream and gave like 5 gift subs out. That's amazing. Thank you so much again. Thank you for the follow, Pakon Penga. So I have another tier 1 sub. I actually might just move the face palm to that. I don't know if I'm allowed to. But yeah, these are all pending. So I've got the Prog Chanamo, face palm, Reina Thinking. I'll figure it out. Oh my god, that's a lot of gift subs. Oh my god. I'm this is amazing, man. The gift subs are kind of incredible, man. Thank you very much. Well, I guess Senpai 6 Isaac God, Bodo's nothing, optimally Cigar Bar Roy and RTS are all subs, so thank you, Robbie. That's amazing. Absolute MVP of the stream. I was gonna quickly show the emotes. Sorry, I did that thing where I wasn't going over. So you got Prog Chan, got Facepalm, you got Reina Thinking. I've got an open slot here, but these are all like pending. So I have to actually just wait for fucking Twitch to be like, yeah, these emotes are fine. Except I'm kind of just like, the whole tiered thing's a bit weird. So yeah, we'll deal with it when it comes. But yeah, everybody shout out Pikachu Hulk in chat. Like, guy absolutely pogged the stream. Like, I think that's 10 gift subs that he gave out. That's kind of incredible. So thank you so much. It's almost approaching. Oh wait, you know, in SF in Second Rubber title track, interpretation of body of spaceship launch. Did you intend the heavy part to be lift off to be part of when the rocket blasts off and the acoustic stuff when looking out the window at Earth, as in whoever's on the ship? Because that's what I get out of it. Honestly, I wasn't really thinking about that kind of stuff specifically, but I can definitely see why you get that kind of imagery, and I think it's cool that that's your interpretation of it, because I can definitely agree with your interpretation of it. So that's cool as well. I think it's one of the cool things about instrumental music is that people can have their own viewpoints on what a certain piece of music like means or what kind of imagery it evokes. So I'm not gonna say that anything in Set Cross Andromeda is anything specific. I kind of like talked about my headcanon about how, like, you know, the Senpai girls or their descendants were the space cadets that went to Andromeda in Set Cross Andromeda, but that's like kind of like a joke. But it's only for stuff like Senpai releases where I had like a specific story, which is why I wrote the novella for Senpai 3. But like, so that set of set of releases has a specific story, and I wanted to be explicit about the story, if that makes sense. Will I ever play Rocket League? Honestly, I kind of feel like I'm not allowed to play Rocket League, because like my my brother's so good, he hits like fucking champ and grand champ every season, so it's just like I feel like it's pointless. Like, he's just gonna be better than me. It's just a lot of effort as well, and I play so much League of Legends, and I put so much effort into learning that game. But it's also like, you know, there's only so much. Pikachu Hulk. Thanks again, by the way. Like, I do mean it when you absolutely are the fucking pog of the stream. Play of game, handing out 10 gift subs in my first ever Village stream. Like, I gotta make a statue of you or something. Like, you can basically. You're allowed to request your own emote, so, or something like that, because like that's insane. But just asking whether with the pandemic, whether me and my family are safe. Yeah, I was really worried throughout most of the pandemic about my dad, because he's a doctor and he's 60 plus years old and he has asthma, which is the worst combination you can ever imagine for somebody working in healthcare during a pandemic like this of a respiratory virus. But he was one of the people that he caught on to the seriousness of everything very early and was like, you know, wearing masks and making sure to keep himself safe. So he kept himself safe as best as possible, and he's had both his doses of the vaccine already. So he's been vaccinated. My mom's getting vaccinated soon. So fingers crossed, like with my parents being vaccinated, that they're safe from like the worst of it, because you can still get COVID after you've been vaccinated, but they should not be exposed to like the worst side effects of it. And the worst thing is that I've not seen my parents for like 8 months, which really sucks. But the main thing is that they're healthy and safe, and we'll see them soon, because hopefully with the vaccination programs in the UK, things will loosen up and I'll be able to, you know, get in touch with my parents. That's the goal anyway. Cool. You play with Cam and you'll be fine. I mean, I might play some Rocket League. That might be some fun streams, like my brother trying to teach me how to play Rocket League. I don't know what you guys feel about like streams for topics for streams. Like I want to talk about stuff like science and like engineering and physics and, you know, just that kind of stuff. But like, I have a friend called Annie, and she like knows literally none of this stuff. So I thought it'd be really funny to just get her on the stream and talk to her and try and teach her about specific stuff within like these fields, like science and engineering, because she knows nothing and doesn't really have an interest in it. And I think it'd be a really fun like Friday night like drinking stream. Let me know what you guys think about that. Hello, Aaron. Will you see another Space Theme album in the future? I think you've exhausted the concept. I think I've exhausted the concept. I've definitely exhausted the space and anime stuff, so I'll try and do something different in the future. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because it's only been like a month since... It's only been a month since Senpai 3, but we'll see. My brother just works in the medical field. He just got his vaccine. I mean, that's awesome. Like, honestly, the sooner people can get their vaccines, the better. I'm also, like, as shit as the UK's response has been to COVID, people in the UK seem highly receptive towards getting the vaccine. So, like, I think there was something like, you know, over 80% of people in a survey in the UK said that they would definitely get the vaccine. So, I'm hoping that, like, we get really high vaccine uptake in the UK and, like, it helps things get back to normal. Maybe as a one-off stream, my brother says, about the... I mean, I think it'd be cool just to get some friends on and, like, we can talk about, like, we can go, like, full podcast and we can talk about, like, different topics. Because one of the things is I love talking about music, but I also love talking about other stuff, so I want to diversify, not just, like, pigeonhole into talking about music, because the last thing I want to do is be known for music. Oh my god, Pikachu Hog, you're too much, dude. Just giving out all these subs. Thank you so much, dude. All of this, man. Really, thank you so much. You should do what Minus Marty said. You'd already feel like, man, make it too strict, it'll burn out and leave Twitch, so don't. Yeah, I mean, like, that first stream I did, where I was just talking for 2 hours, pretty much, was insane. Like, people, I had like 30 plus viewers for the whole time, and that's kind of cool for the fact that I just never had streamed for so long. So, and this stream as well, like, people stuck, like, pretty much I had that amount of viewers until I accidentally killed the stream. So, that's really cool, and I'm just glad that all of you guys have stuck around. We're getting a Greek mythology album once you get deep into Hades. Probably not. I think Greek mythology is cool, but, like, in the same way that the Greeks thought about it. It's like, you know, like, it was basically their soap operas. Give us an evening classes in quantum mechanics. Yeah. What was the thing that Richard Feynman said? He said, if you think you understand quantum mechanics, then you don't understand quantum mechanics. Oh my god. Wait, someone else subbed at tier 1? David Doss? Thank you. Aaron said his mom just got her first vaccine and she's all good. That's awesome, man. Like, honestly, like at my age, like, making sure, like, hearing that my parents get a vaccine is the most important thing. Aaron says he was very sus about it at first, not quite in a tinfoil hatty kind of way, but in a hypochondriac kind of way. So, the thing about the COVID vaccine is that it seems like it came across really quickly, right? Because, like, it was literally about a year and suddenly they have a vaccine. But the thing is, the coronaviruses and the SARS viruses from that part of China, like, they've been researching this shit for like 10 years, and they have a good idea. They have a good idea about how to identify the specific proteins and the DNA and RNA sequences of these viruses. So they were really quickly able to identify the spike protein that the coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus, uses to infect our cells. And once they found out that spike protein, they can actually develop the vaccine. So it's not as if this came out of nowhere. It was off the back of over a decade's worth of research. Wait, are we listening to Cassini? Oh, this is the OG Cassini. Shit. I don't know if this was on the list. Where was the fucking straw poll? Oh, it's gone. Fuck it. Let's listen to the remaster of Cassini. But yeah, like, I honestly, it's nothing to be worried about. Like, this is based off of many years of research. You should change from League of Legends to just chatting. Yeah, I forgot to do that. So let me do that right now. Channel, because I don't want to be caught in with all the fucking League of Legends streamers. Jesus, that would be awful. Where is it? Edit. Just chatting. Honestly, I feel like people are most engaged when I do the just chatting stuff, which is kind of wild because, like, who the fuck wants to hear a weeb talk for, like, over 2 hours? But, you know. This whole time I've been more worried about parents and grand. Yeah, like, it's, like, I definitely felt like if I got COVID-19, like, you know, probably wasn't at risk of anything awful, but just definitely parents was the worry. Definitely think more transparency would have helped out a lot of people. Sure. So the problem with transparency, so like this is the problem with news reporting about vaccines and stuff like that, and general science reporting in general. It's like a lot of the articles you see about fucking science is based on non-peer review articles. So these are articles that have not been peer reviewed, that have not been published in scientific papers, and they're like. Especially in something like in the pandemic where like everything was new and novel, so they were still researching this stuff, and they would like these non-peer review sites, these pre-review sites they call them, like their websites. And you can just find these papers and they're up there for pre-review, and they would just find them and make fucking clickbait headlines based on that. And the scientists behind them are like, we're still waiting for peer review. These aren't the final. It's like basing opinions on a story based on the first draft of it. Like, it's still meant to change. Like, there's still many things that could change. And maybe, like, the person could be like, this is so shit that I want to scrap it. But that's what news people are reporting on it. So, like, there's so much misinformation, and it's so easy to... I feel like you're right to feel skeptical of some of the news reports you're hearing about stuff because they're based on information that's not complete yet. But in terms of like the actual science behind like, you know, how vaccines are developed and stuff, like I feel like it's, if you know where to look, it's really transparent. Like you'll find the research papers and like all of this shit. Like if they've done research on something, they would have published it somewhere and like you can find it. Whether it's freely accessible or not, or whether you have to pay for it, it's a different story, but it's all there. It's all accessible. Yeah. That crown means you have Amazon Prime. You're not subbed. Boomer alert, yeah. How do you use a Prime sub? I don't know. Cam's definitely right, though. You definitely don't want to use it on me. That'd be a waste of a sub. There's a great YouTube channel by a doctor called MedLife Crisis, and he's talking in detail about how a lot of crap science being... Yeah, no, MedLife Sciences stuff on is great because he talks about the pandemic from the perspective of a medical practitioner. So he actually has to live and breathe treating people with COVID-19. And I definitely agree that there's so much crap science about it because like so much of the reporting is so bad. And like I talk about reporting based on like pre-release papers, so papers that haven't been published and papers that haven't been pre-reviewed. Even the stuff that's based on peer-reviewed papers is so shite. And I feel like if you ever see reporting based on a scientific paper, go past the fucking article and read the paper because like you're gonna get more from just reading that paper than you are reading the article, because that article will have its own conclusions and will have its own thoughts on something, or will have whatever narrative it's trying to spin. And like generally speaking, I feel like scientists don't try to push narratives because for the most part scientists are just trying to see what the evidence tells them, and you can spin whatever narrative you want, but if the evidence and the experimental results tell otherwise, you can't spin that narrative. So it's worth always looking at the papers and trying to ignore whatever spin. Like even like a reputable news site like the BBC is really shit science reporting. Like I just feel in general like science reporting in mainstream media is bad. And like I feel like so many YouTube channels of just like, you know, just dudes talking about science on YouTube do a much better job of talking about the actual content of scientific discoveries and the stuff in scientific papers much better than mainstream media does. So that's why I spend so much of my time actually just watching science content on YouTube, because I feel it does a much better job of trying to explain it at the layman level, because a lot of the stuff I'm interested in learning about in terms of science stuff on YouTube is like at the layman level, because it's like I'm learning about biology and chemistry and like, you know, geography and like plate tectonics and stuff like that, and I'm not an expert in that stuff. Like, and even with physics, like I like all the maths and stuff, I don't know it anymore, right? So even with the physics stuff, I want stuff to be presented that's something that's understandable to the layman, but I want it to accurately reflect what's in the scientific literature and what people are actually researching, what people are actually talking about, as opposed to, you know, say that like whatever fucking drug like oxycodone or whatever was effective for COVID-19 treatments, when that was just one random study that hadn't been peer reviewed that got picked up by fucking like tabloid media essentially. So definitely keep an eye out for this kind of stuff, because like you'll notice it if you're aware of it, you notice it that like the reporting on science is actually kind of shitty. Sorry, I didn't want to rant about that, but like it's a kind of pet peeve of mine. People talk about linking Twitch, that's fine. Did I see the most recent sub? The most recent sub was Lantern C, subscribed at tier 1. Thanks, man. Gotta shout out all my subs. That's like so cool. I also see the sub icons as well. Like I gotta memorize the little stars of the sub icons. NASA 24/7 channel is awesome for stuff like that regards to space, obviously. And the thing about the NASA stuff is like it's so, when NASA live stream stuff, it's so transparent. They can't hide anything, right? They gotta show their exact process. But like the whole like the Perseverance landing. Also, can we just shout out that like humans, these fucking dumb apes from this random backwater planet in a backwater part of this galaxy, yet again landed another robot on another planet, and that's fucking insane. But like that's like a decade's worth of work that you're seeing these people during the live landing work towards, and it's like it's so insane seeing them actually achieve it and stuff. It's so cool. Yeah, sorry, I just kind of ranted about science, but like if like people who know me in chat, like my friends and my brother, you know, I rant about this kind of stuff and I have very strong opinions about this kind of stuff. So I think it's important to make sure that you have a degree of scientific literacy when it comes to tackling and approaching the reporting of science, because I feel like the reporting of science in general is very poor. And advocates for science literacy feel like for instance, like when you see a BBC News report about a scientific discovery, at most they'll give it like 2 or 3 minutes, and then they go into the weather or the sports or something. And like when you're talking about something as like profound as like a gravitational wave like experiment, I feel like 2 or 3 minutes you just can't get across the actual substance of the discovery and the meaningfulness of discovery. And then you get the people on the BBC, and you get people in fucking Daily Mail and BBC articles being like, why is my fucking taxpayer money paying for these fucking gravitational wave experiments where I'll never see the fucking benefits of this shite? And it's just like, it's so short-sighted, because people said the same thing about quantum mechanics, and then suddenly you've got shit like your phone and stuff like that, and your PC and all these kind of things that use quantum mechanics on a regular basis. And GPS, which use things like general relativity and special relativity. And without that, our modern world would not exist. So it's so short-sighted, and I feel like the reporting is so poor, which is why I love the amount of like science channels and the amount of like, you know, educational channels on YouTube that are dedicated towards teaching this stuff. But it's just a shame that most regular people won't ever come into contact with this. So in general, people's scientific literacy is really, really poor. I was reading comments because I'm just ranting. I'm on a roll with these rants. Yo, giraffe kisses is what Craig said. Dumb apes. Hey, that's me. Yeah, we're all dumb apes, right? It's a fucking miracle we got to the point that we are, and we should appreciate. Like, I don't know about you, but whenever I wake up, sometimes I wake up and I open my tap, and the fact that I have fresh drinking water, and also Scottish drinking water is fucking amazing. Tap water, even Scottish tap water. The fact that I can open a tap and just get amazing drinking like water out of it is like, at what point in human history was that even possible? Like we're going back 200 years when that was possible, and then maybe before that, like that wasn't a thing. So like, how amazing is life? Like we just get water. I can after the stream I can go into fucking Uber Eats and just get food delivered to me, because that's just the world we live in. It's insane. BBC does suck at science. Yeah, definitely. How's everyone doing? I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great. You're doing sexy. Am I stoked for the last Evangelion movie? Holy shit. So Evangelion movie, Jesus. So there was like, what was it called? Rebuild of Evangelion? And there was You Are Not Alone, You Cannot Advance, You Cannot Redo. That was 2nd of February 2016. That was 4... Wait, it was released in Japan and... Oh my god, that's... The fact that they're even doing this is insane. 2021 and the last movie released in Japan. Man, Hideaki Anno, like, he takes a sweet fucking time. Look at this man. He's too busy directing Godzilla movies to give us more Evangelion content. Amazon is the greatest thing ever. Remember when we have to go into shop? I mean, Amazon is great as a consumer. Obviously, they have practices which aren't great. But, like, it's just amazing that the logistics exist where I can order something on Amazon and it can get to me in the same day in Glasgow. It's fucking insane. How do you do the one command that makes yourself your color? I have no idea. The only commands that I know are this. So I've got my bot which has these commands. Don't know about anything else. Also, like, this stream's been pretty good because I know that when I play League of Legends, people just tune out because they don't give a shit. I actually might just become a just chatting streamer because you guys seem to, like, much prefer when I just talk shit for hours. So that's pretty good. Let me do a straw poll.
Congrats on affiliate, you filthy animal.
Oh, hello. Congrats on affiliate, you filthy animal. Oh my god, Pikachu Hulk is pogging the stream again. No, it was Aaron. 40. Dude. Thank you. I'm just, I hadn't scrolled up. No. Thank you, David Dawson. Thank you, Lantern C, for the subs. And thank you, Aaron, for the donation. I'll make sure to buy you a flight at some point. In case you're wondering, Aaron is a good friend of mine, and he absolutely hates flying. So, if you want to treat him good, but also make him suffer, buy him a flight. Please no, he says. Are you gonna do music production streams in the future? Yeah, I think music production streams are definitely a thing I want to do. It's just like, this is like my celebration stream for making affiliate and also being Friday. Like Rebecca Black Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. And yeah, I just wanted to chill. Also, like, the thing is, it's kind of like an experiment for me. It's like, how, like, can I carry a stream off the back of just me interacting with chat and talking? And I think the evidence is yes. And I feel like video games are even just... Okay, so people say yes to video games. So, from what I've seen, people have tuned out when I play games. But, okay, no. Actually, no, there's only been 11 votes or whatever. My Bobby Shmurda gifted replay. Just... Yeah, so, like, I'll play video games, and I feel like video games sparingly, because I don't know, like, I feel like the streams have gone better when I've just been able to talk to you guys, and, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I can't pay attention to chat as well when I play games. The game matters as well, yeah, so definitely a game like League of Legends is kind of like bruh, because it's League of Legends. Maybe a game like Hades. Maybe like if I play a game, I'm like play in the background, but also just talk. Like, so I'm probably need to find a game that's easy to play in the background, for instance. Would be worth. You have no strong opinion one way or the other. What's a video game? Yes. I've tended to tune in more when it's a chill game where both sides can interact. Yeah. Chess. Yeah. Maybe I'll play chess. Maybe I'll play Tetris or something. Okay, so. This seems pretty split. So yeah, I mean, like, maybe something like Civ 5 with City Skylines, chill, not live, yeah. Two extremes, chill game or full center like Apex Legends or League. What did I have for dinner? I had a McDonald's because I made some roast fish and roast vegetables, but we only had enough for my brother to eat. And whenever we only have like enough for one meal, I always say to my brother to eat because I can just order stuff. But I love cooking. I don't know. Do you guys want to see cooking streams? I have no idea how to make the cooking streams work, but like I love cooking, so we'll see. Also, yeah, Yargasm, I did notice you. Thank you for tuning in. What did I get for McDonald's? Just like burger chips and some like selects. We can help me cook. Would love cooking streams. Okay, so that might be something I do. Some cooking streams, like some impromptu cooking streams. But like I don't know. Like I've like I said, maybe you guys are giving me like false confidence, but like the fact that like I've been streaming for like this is 30 minutes because I killed the stream, but it's pretty much been like since about 9 o'clock. So it's been a while. It's been like nearly 3 hours, or over 3 hours really, and I've just been fucking talking for most of it. You guys are interested in just me talking, and I'm hopefully keeping your interest, and I'm hopefully able to answer your questions and interact with you in a way that's interesting. So like I just want to keep that going, you know. Wine is ended. Yeah, so the wine has ended. The wine is gone, but I didn't want to drink a second bottle because I would have definitely hit a 2 bottle of wine power spike, and that would have not been good for the stream. So 1 bottle of wine I can definitely manage. 2 is like, it's pretty dicey. I'll gift the sub if KM walks in. That's up to you, KM. Could stream from the laptop, yeah. You can talk shit while your chicken bakes, yeah. You'll never not be interesting. Thank you. It's like, it's so weird for me because like, you know, when I was growing up as a kid, I always thought myself as kind of shy and like not talkative. But apparently according to my parents anyway, I never shut up. And that's kind of useful for these kind of streams. But the other thing as well is like, as I've been touring and stuff like that, like I talk to a lot of people while I tour, both while playing and also after shows and stuff like that, and I just kind of need to get in. Here's my brother.
Hey Shane, you better get that sub.
There you go. You heard that, Shane? You better get that sub. In case you're wondering, I live with my brother. We both live together in a flat in Glasgow. So yeah. Got to spare the second for cooking mama stream. Yeah. Cooking stream sounds great. Okay, well, Anne also said, literally said, I'll gift the sub if Cam walks in, and Cam walked in. So Shane and Cam, you guys gotta gift some streams. Oh, there you go, Shane. Thank you very much for gifting the stream. Thank you very much, Cam, for making Shane gift the stream, and thank you very much, Anne, for gifting the stream. NXam said, I was in Glasgow last year right before lockdown. It was great and I miss traveling. I miss traveling as well. So I said this before, but like one of the things that really sucks for me is like I stay inside a lot because my job makes me stay inside essentially because, you know, work at home, musician, whatever. But I always had the option to just go out to a pub and, you know, hang out with my friends, go see a show, or if I wanted to, I could go on holiday and go overseas. And just not having the option really fucking sucks. And the worst thing about this lockdown, it has been not having the option. So that's been the worst bit. Yeah, I miss traveling so much. Aaron says I miss Scotland so much. I haven't been hydrated since. Like, okay, so funny story. Like my friend Aaron, I went over to my friend Aaron's house, and he lives in Nottingham in England. And I went to his tap, and I poured like all tap water in the UK is drinkable, but I went to his tap. And I drank some water, and I kind of dry heaved a little bit. I was like, what the fuck is this? And he looked at me with this like incredulous look, and he was like, what are you talking about? It's just water. Like, why are you so fussed about it? And I said, like, no, your tap water tastes awful. And he didn't believe me that there would be such a stark difference in tap water between Scotland and England, because he thought that tap water was just tap water, right? It would just taste the same. And then he came up to Scotland and hung out with me at my my old place in the Scottish borders where I used to live. And he drank the tap water there, and he looked at me and was like, no, you're right. Like, English tap water is shit. It's like, yes, English tap water is fucking awful. Scottish tap water is the best. Even in a big city like Glasgow, like this is some primo tap water, and it tastes fucking amazing. Also, gotta stay hydrated. Tap water in Wales is great. It comes right off the mountain behind us, and it's super clean. I drank tap water in Manchester from the tap once, and I had a bad stomach for a whole day. Yeah, it's pretty rough. I'm gonna be moving to Austin, and I can't even see live shows there. That's such a shame, man. Austin is a cool city. Like, if I had to choose a city to live in America, no joke, I would pick Austin. I think Austin would be where I would move to if I had to pick a place to live in America. And that's because, surprisingly, like, people in, like, Texan cities are really nice. People in Texas are really nice. And the cities in Texas, like, regardless of what you want to say about the South, the people in Texas are really kind of, like, you know, progressive and forward-thinking, in the cities at least. And I felt super welcome there. It was really cool. It's a really nice mix of cultures as well, because, you know, like, Texas being so close to Mexico, so you get a nice mix of, like, southern U.S. culture, Mexican culture, and also, like, general U.S. culture as well. So it's a nice little melting pot. So, like, if I had to pick a place to move in the U.S., it'd be Austin. Aaron is saying how I'm underplaying how excited he got over that tap water. So, okay, so basically, Aaron got really drunk, as we all did. And he, basically, the tap water prevented our serious hangover. In my country, you need to buy purified water if you don't want to get sick. Yeah, it's just so, where I was born in Burma, you can't, like, there's no chance you can ever drink tap water. I felt, like, when I go back home to visit my family in Burma, thank you for the follow, Anexum. Anakism? I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm just going to say that. Like, when I visit my extended family in Burma, I'm super sus about even, like, brushing my teeth. So, the fact that, like, we have such good water here, like, I can't take it for granted. Yeah, Austin's really progressive. They also love me some programs. Yeah, got a good turnout when I played in Austin. I feel like Austin's just into music. Like, as a city, Austin's just really into music, which is really cool. So yeah, that's cool. Enac Sam in the Discord. I'll bug you. Bug me. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, honestly, like, if you're subbing and you're new to my Discord, please say hello. I'm very active in my Discord server, so just ping me, whatever. It's all good. You should all have your roles and all that shit. So yeah, thank you for following Anime Trash 692. I feel like Anime Trash is all of us. Anne says, bye boys, see to join us for Rocket League later. Yeah, may do. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want, like, there's the Discord link, so you can join the Discord from there. All the other commands are exclamation mark commands, so you can get commands to all the social media shit. Alright, see you later, Giraffe Kisses. Anime Trash says it's a random nickname I chose. Yeah, it may be a random nickname, but it's relevant, so it's all good. Holy shit! It's half past. It's almost 12:30 in the UK here, but I don't know. I still feel good to just talk and chat shit. I started Hades, but I feel like I'm gonna have to give that a proper go by myself. And I also, like, look into, like, video games I can play, just have in the background, but at the same time, like, I'm just playing fucking Cassini, and people seem okay having that in the background. Where's the stream shit? But yeah, it's like it's been a lot of fun. Like, honestly, like, I wasn't expecting the whole affiliate thing to work out, because I had to, like, Twitch took so long to deal with the payment method, and then they just suddenly dealt with it before the stream started. So, and then I delayed the stream for an hour because I was like, I was watching some some Pro League of Legends. So yeah. Have I watched any seasonal anime recently? No, I haven't. I watched the first episode of Urasekai Picnic, Urasekai Picnic, Otherworld Picnic, which is like a sort of anime based on like this other world that these two girls visit, But apart from like, I've actually really been behind on anime. Like I said this on my previous stream, but I did this thing where like I'll wait for a season to finish, and then I'll be like, okay, I'll just binge everything afterwards, and then 3 seasons happen and I've not binged anything. So like that's where I'm at the moment. I need to binge a lot of shit. The sonar sounds in Casino are so brilliant, the way they blend the songs. Thank you, man. I don't know which Casino you prefer. Remake sonically sounds better, but the original was the first one I listened to, always playing while playing StarCraft 2 and shit. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, I think the original Cassini definitely has a rough mix, but I'm also very proud of it because that was me in university. It was what, my 3rd year of university, and just like learning by myself how to make a record. So it was an experience to say the least. Sekai Panic was pretty weird. The combination of 3D and 2D. Yeah, it would be. I'm afraid I would become too drunk and cancelled. I mean, I know my limit. Like, I can happily drink a single bottle of wine and be good. If I drank a second bottle of wine, that's when I would worry that I would lose track of what the fuck's going on. I need to ask you about what anime we watched that mine in your place. The one where the dude in the motorbike goes to the village where killing is legal was so... what was it called? It was it was not a dude, it was a girl. Kino's... Was it Kino's something? Kino's Journey. That's what it was called. Let me go webcam in corner. Kino no Tabi. The Beautiful World. What a Crunchyroll. So Kino's Journey. This was the anime, Aaron. Yeah, this was the anime I showed Aaron. Like, I thought it was really unique. Although, kind of spoilers that Kino's a girl, but yeah. Is the live action Erased any good? I've not watched it. I think the Erased series is really good, but I've not watched the live action one. Glad to see responsible drinking. Feel sometimes overhyped, so I'll stop drinking some alcohol myself and not know how to extend myself. Call me a boomer. I mean, the reason why I keep, like, I feel like if I was a really shit drunk and like I acted like an asshole to people and I did really inappropriate things while I was drinking, I wouldn't do it. But as far as I'm aware, like, you know, especially one online, when I drink, I just get louder and I'm more talkative, and I'm just get like I just kind of become a bit more outgoing, if that makes sense. But I do understand that after like 2 bottles of wine, I can get like, that's like drunk, and like I maybe start losing track of what I'm actually doing and stop remembering what I'm doing. And when I'm transmitting to the fucking internet, like I don't want to make sure that doesn't happen. But I know I won't do anything really dumb. It's just, yeah, I just want to stay in control, essentially. That's the main thing. Stay in control. Hentai stream when Twitch allows hentai streaming. Are you into the Trash Taste podcast? I've not actually watched a lot of the Trash Taste podcast, but I know all the individuals involved, except the Australian dude. So I know Gigok, and I know the voice actor dude. I can't remember what his name is. But I've watched his videos before. So I'm familiar with those 2 guys. I don't know about the Australian dude, but like I like the idea of the Trash Taste podcast. That's kind of like a fucking dream, right? Just living in Japan and talk about living in Japan. That seems really cool. Got to go, gang. It's been fun. Might be back later. Thanks, Shane. I don't know how much longer this stream will last, but thanks for subbing, and thanks for coming out, hanging out, man. Thanks for gifting the sub anyway. Yeah. What song of yours would I recommend to beginner guitarist? Okay, so out of my shit that I have and that has tabs, so let's look at Sheet Happens, because that's where all my tabs are. I'm definitely not shilling here. Definitely don't go to Sheet Happens. They're definitely not amazing. They're cool people. There's me. So, out of all my stuff, the stuff to learn, I would say Senpai EP is definitely a good place to start. Some relatively simple parts there. I feel like Set Course Andromeda kind of ranges. Like, there are some really, I would say, more challenging parts, but then there's also like some more simple parts. So just kind of depends. But yeah, like as for specific songs, bring Spotify up. From the senpai stuff, I would say like, you know, I think Oh Shit I'm Late for School is pretty good as a basic song. From Set Course Andromeda, I think like that song Set Course Andromeda has some riffs that are like, you know, they're not the easiest, but like they're definitely good for learning. Feels good to get under your fingers. Stuff from the Andromedan as well, pretty good as well. But yeah, like I mean, I don't know, like maybe I'm like overestimating or underestimating like how easy or how hard stuff is, but like yeah, Orion would be a good one to learn. Yeah, but the tabs that I put up on Dropbox, like the Dropbox public folder, basically disappeared, which is why those tabs aren't there anymore. But yeah, we know when he said this image when he's 1 battles down and he smashes Aquila. No, I don't do dumb shit like that when I'm drunk. So like you'll never see me like abuse my guitar. I'll maybe try to play them and be like, I can't play them. Senpai, Please Notice Me. Yeah, would be a pretty good song as well. I used Set Course STC's main riff as a warm up for a couple of months, but I still don't have it perfect. SCT. I mean, yeah, it's the thing is like it varies because like some of my rhythm parts are like relatively simple to learn and some of the lead parts are relatively simple, but I don't write a song being like this is gonna be easy on guitar and this is gonna be hard on guitar, right? It's like it's gonna be like a mix between everything. So it just depends really. And like what I write is just depending on how I feel at the time, really. That's about it. Oh man. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for chilling around this long. Just trying to stay hydrated and trying to stay just trying to follow everything that's happening in chat. Found out the first minute Set Course a lot harder than the next 3-4 minutes. What's my streaming schedule? So I streamed on Wednesday and I streamed today on Friday. So thinking maybe like either Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, or like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or like maybe Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. Either one of those two, whatever works. I'm thinking maybe about 3 streams a week. So I think 3 streams a week would be. I just haven't decided the exact schedule. Maybe I'll do Sunday. Maybe I'll try Monday. It just depends. 8 days a week. Yeah, obviously. Are we singing the Happy Days? What? Do I even know the Happy Days theme? I'm like, for a boomer as old as I am, like there's so much stuff that I don't actually know. Senpai, what's the last song you sang to yourself? Probably some like J-pop song or like an anime opening, but like I can't remember. Maybe it was like in the shower or something. Am I a Gemini sign? I am a Cancer because I was born in June. What is the exact range of these star signs? I don't believe in astronomy because I think it's stupid, but astronomy star signs. All right, let's look at the signs. So, yeah, Cancer. Wait, where's the fucking dates? Oh, here we go. Cancer, 21st of June to 22nd of July. So my birthday's on the 26th of July, so I'm a Cancer. But read my star sign today for the content. Okay, let's find out. Okay, Cancer horoscope. What is my today? Cancer. Consider that artistic expression can happen in many ways. It isn't always about drawing a picture, singing a song, playing music, or acting. The way that you arrange your home or workspace is an artistic expression. So how you dress and do your hair, each thing you do is an expression of you and your choice of style. Being uniquely artistic is innate for you. What a fucking crock of shite. I mean, like, Okay, well, the thing is like, oh, it's like so close to you. Your mother may be on your mind cancer. Your mother probably affects how you think. Of course, my mom acts how like my mom was my mom. Like what the fuck? Okay, tomorrow. Follow your instinct. Okay, follow your instincts. That's the biggest crock of shite ever. Even if you have a tendency to listen more to reason, put it aside there. If you have a tendency to listen to reason, put it aside. Are you telling me to believe in what's being posted in the Daily Mail? Get the fuck. While your ears hear words, your intuition can hear what's between the words and unsaid, providing you with a bigger like. No, I'm sorry. Like that's just an absolute fucking crock of shite. My physics teacher is streaming Teamfight Tactics BRB. Nah, that's fair. But yeah, like the thing is like, yeah, sure, I'm a musician, but like this is talking about the way you arrange. Like, it's trying to basically say that any action is artistic, which is trying to create. It's trying to provide some greater meaning and value to your everyday mundane actions, which is what astronomy is. Like, yeah, basically it's all proper light shit that can apply to 500 things. So like, astronomy is just like, make it vague. So like, it seems like you just, you know, arranging your workspace is somehow some kind of artistic expression, which it may be, but why does it matter that the fucking star signs are in a certain orientation and in one certain way kind of thing? It's like, you know, it's whatever. I mean, look at this shit, man. Like, it's funny to look at for a stream, but I'm just like, it's just whatever. I gotta check that love compatibly rating. Oh, okay. My hookups for today are Aries for love, Libra for friendship, and career for Aquarius. So obviously, I'm gonna meet somebody. I'm gonna be like, yo, what month you're born on, so I can find out my compatibility to you. That's definitely gonna set the mood. That's not gonna make you seem like an absolute fucking idiot in front of somebody else. Unless, you know, they believe in it, then they might be into it. I don't know, but like, I don't know. It's not the line I'm gonna open with. Just saying. That's another thing actually I can do for streams. I can look at like pseudoscience-y shit and like talk about it. We could talk about you know, other fun stuff like homeopathy and like fucking flat earth shit. That'd be really fun to look at. Like what the fuck? Your general mood, sex, hustle, vibe, success. Like this is just meaningless. Card of the day, Hermit. You're wondering. Okay, I'm gonna do my my audiobook voice. You're wondering whether it's time to embark on an adventure of self-discovery. Oh no, sorry. If you're wondering whether it's time to embark on an adventure of self-discovery, the hermit's brightly lit lamp is a clear sign that it's time to look within. Alone in a desert, on a solitary journey, the hermit walks forward towards us. The cloak she wears is simple, and the staff she holds helps her navigate even the trickiest of passages. These tools symbolize the ability to practice humility and discretion. Seeking answers from within is only easy once you remove ego and self-doubt. And all of that is just a crock of pish. Like, it's utterly meaningless. It's fucking waffle. There's nothing behind that. Like, let's write a fucking horoscope. Okay? Let's fucking... Okay, notepad. Let's go. Let's write a fucking horoscope right now. Okay, so let's say you feel like today may not be your day, and that everything in the world is working against you. But you should persevere. There is a hidden gem amongst every period of what's a good fucking vague word? Is it apprehension or like consternation? Let's say apprehension. so if you don't give up and see today through, there may be something in it for you or for somebody that you're interested in. What may start as an overcast day will provide you a silver lining. There you go. I fucking wrote a horoscope. You feel like today may not be your day and that everything in the world is working against you, but you should persevere. There is a hidden gem amongst every period of apprehension. If you don't give up and see today through, there may be something in it for you or for somebody that you're interested in. What may start in his overcast day will provide you a silver lining. And like, it's fucking meaningless, but like some people be like, yeah, no, I should fucking try harder because, you know, today's been shy, but I could fucking, you know, there's something good coming out of today. It's like, you could have done that without the fucking horoscope. Like, I don't know. It's just it's just, yeah. But you see how easy this is. I can fucking write this page. It's like, there's like nothing to it. This sounds like Sting lyrics. This is going to be a tweet. Every horoscope has to end. There may be an opportunity for you if the chance comes. Yeah, like, yeah, there you go. There may be an opportunity for you, so when the chance comes, you should take it with both hands. There you go. There may be an opportunity for you, so when the chance comes, you should take it with both hands. Something alignment at the end. Fuck. Dude, what you just did, Russell Grant has been making a living for that 30 years. At the end, fuck damn it. Russell, which one? Who's Russell Grant again? Is he British? All right, I'm fucking sorry, but if you've looked at the state of this man and you're like, no, he's definitely a person I should be listening to. Like, I'm sorry, but you're fucking beyond help. Jesus Christ. Like, look at him. Like, does he not scream like, at the very least, like used car salesman? At the very worst, like fucking straight up, like fucking pyramid scheme merchant, you know? Is that Louis Anderson? He's got drip. Yeah, look, he's got some drippy shirts. But I'm just, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. The horoscope stuff has been like, it's a bit weird, and like people talk about like alignments of stars. It's like, yeah, if we can actually work out the fucking gravitational impact on like these random stars and these random planets have on your life, and it's like fucking meaningless. So I don't know. Yo, look at those stars. Yeah, he's starry. He's making my outlook really starry. I know, like, that should be another fucking segment, just me ranting about shit like this. Oh my god, is that him on Strictly? We have a show in the UK called Strictly Come Dancing, and it's like, that tells you everything you need to know about Strictly Come Dancing. Remember on Lottery Saturday trying to predict who won the lottery? I mean, the lottery's whatever, right? It's just, it is an actual game of chance, whereas like, the lottery is a game of chance, whereas horoscopes are actually 100% guaranteed to be utter fucking shite. Is that his mugshot? The comb over with the cricket vest. Russell Grant talks to Middlesex cricket for Pride Month 2020. Oh, he's promoting Pride. That's fair enough. I mean, like, you can't be right 100% of the time. You know, you can promote equal rights one day, and then you could be promoting fucking believing on what random stars tell you about your life in another day. So it is what it is. But yeah, so I don't know. I feel like ranting about fucking stars and shit is pretty funny, but like, oh, it's just yeah. South Park, an episode of this surrounding the psychic John Edward. I mean, like, if it's South Park, they probably absolutely tore it apart, right? So yeah. I love them guys who predict the end of the world as absolute. Dates come and goes, and nothing ever happens. I mean, that's just the fate of every single doomsday cult, right? Like, every single doomsday cult predicts the end of the world, and then the end of the world comes and goes, according to the doomsday cult. And then you're just like, okay, cool. So what happens now? And they'll make up some excuse as to why you should still follow the cult. Because the point of the cult was never the fact that the world was going to end. The point of the cult was that you should just follow the cult, right? Fucking love doomsday cults. Yeah, and like I watched a video actually, by a YouTuber, and like let me find it actually. Oh wait, it's like flat Earth and fuck what was it called? Like what was this YouTuber called? He did like a flat Earth QAnon like thing. Shit, that's that course from Andromeda. Fuck, I'll just leave on. What was this YouTuber's name? I don't believe the prediction part, but I found some people in my life who fall into the tropes of sign behavior patterns. Well, the thing about the thing about star signs is like if you believe in it, it becomes a self like fulfilling prophecy, right? So if like if you believe in the star signs and you're just like, oh, I need to like do this to make my outcomes better in love and life, then you're gonna try and act like that. So it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy. But the thing is, if you believe in it, then you act in a way that makes the prophecy come true, and then all that does is like accentuate your fucking belief in it. I listened to the Small Town Murder podcast, an insane one about a doomsday cult in the last episode I listened to. Have you heard of the Behind the Curve documentary on Netflix? I haven't listened to either. I haven't watched Behind the Curve as well. But like, who's this fucking YouTuber? Is it? There was a good fucking video about this. Oh fuck. Is it Folding? Yeah, here, Folding Ideas in Search of a Flat Earth. I watched this. I'm not gonna watch it, but I'm gonna copy the link and post it in chat. It's a fucking hour-long video, but like, it's really cool how he links like Flat Earth and like basically he links Flat Earth and like all the QAnon shit to like essentially doomsday cults, and they have the same like pathologies and behaviors as doomsday cults. If I believe in star signs, then I have fashion sense, but then I don't. I mean, I don't like the great thing about like not believing in star signs is that you can also not believe in fashion sense. But watch the Curve trailer. It's following one of the top dogs in Flat Earth and how they're stuck in the community. Yeah, I mean, like the thing is, if you sell your entire fucking like profile as a person on this whole like Flat Earth stuff, then it's just like you're just like, you know, you just typecast yourself. Is that the video with the best ending ever? I don't know. It's like it's a long video, but I think it's cool how it like links the like I said, links the whole QAnon shit to like the to the Flat Earth shit. Oh, okay. He spoiled the movie. So many stars, yeah. I mean, if we're gonna talk about stars, like let me make sure this fucking chat. Like, I have to fucking reset the chat box every time I change scene. It's annoying. Hubble Deep Field. Let's see. Not working? No, it's not working. Whatever. For whatever. Oh no, it is working. I'm just dumb. I just had it turned off. There we go. Yeah, Hubble Deep Field. Like this shit. Like, how many fucking galaxies is there in this? $5,500 galaxies, and like each of those galaxies is like at least like some of them are at least the size of ours, and 5,500 galaxies. Some of them are at least the size of ours. Oh, thanks for the. Oh no, A's a gift of the sub to Aaron. Thank you. And some people don't like. That's the thing. Like, I definitely believe that statistically, there's got it like within these 500 galaxies. Surely there's got to be at least a single planet that has alien life that's at least intelligent as ours, right? But again, we don't have evidence, so we can't make the claim. But yeah, it's like this image is incredible to me. It's just like, look at it. Like, every single dot in this image is a galaxy. And then you can see, like, you know, there's some spiral galaxies, then you see some ellipticals. Like, look at this. Look at that galaxy there. Look at the detail in that. And that's just one of many galaxies. And then you see these galaxies here, and, like, they could be, like, millions of miles, millions of light years of difference in distance from us. We just can't tell. Like, some of them just may be huge. And are these galaxies colliding? Like, you can kind of see, like, there's a bit of the arm, like, with where it's going into the other galaxy. Maybe it's colliding, maybe it's not. And you can tell the difference between, like I said, the spirals and the ellipticals. And it's just like, this is wild. Like, this is fucking insane. That's probably a star. So that's a star that's in the image, and the rest are galaxies. But it's just like, this is Hubble looking at, like, a tiny piece of the sky and being like, yo. So yeah, like, this is the shit I find profound, not the not the astronomy stuff. Wasn't extraterrestrial life noted for renowned? Yeah, the second disc was the idea that, like, the space cadets were trying to not break the prime directive of their world and reveal themselves to the aliens, but they accidentally did, and the aliens thought that they're like the spaceship was like a sign from their god or whatever. Can we see our galaxy there? We can't, because our galaxy is behind this. Our galaxy is the source of this image. So this is taken by the Hubble Space Telescope. So this is like a tiny patch of sky that's visible from the Hubble Space Telescope. And our galaxy is not visible. They're probably looking at our galaxy in their Hubble saying the same thing. Yeah, like, you could look at this random galaxy here and be like, you know, maybe there's some aliens there just chilling, and we don't know. It's hard to say. You obviously, like, there's only so much you can tell from an image like this, but yeah, I mean, if you think about, like, the Milky Way, like, this is the most that we can see of our own galaxy. Shit like this. Yeah. Fuck off. Like, we can only see so much, right? We can, like, because we look at our galaxy from the inside out, but yeah. I can see an alien watching entire galaxy over there. The thing is, when we meet aliens, we ain't gonna have a clue what to do. They won't be communicating telepathic and won't know what the fuck. Yeah, like, we only have one reference point for life, so it could be completely different. Space is so interesting but scary. Yeah, no, space is like, if you want to have an existential crisis, like, look at anything to do with how big space is compared to our planet. It's like, it's not even fucking, like, funny how much bigger everything else in the galaxy is to us. Like, if you look at, like, you know, local group. If you look at the local group, like, these are all our local galaxies. There's the Milky Way, and there's all the galaxies around the Milky Way, and there's Andromeda. M31. That is, what, 4 million light years away, and there's all the galaxies that surround Andromeda. And this is like, we're talking about light taking millions of years to reach this point. So this is the literal fastest you can travel according to the laws of physics, and it's going to take 4 million years. And you're like, that's how far this thing is to us. And that's close by galactic standards and by universal standards. So, yeah, the idea of a light year is enough. Yeah, like, I mean, like, a light year, if we go light year to kilometers, a light year is 9.46 times 10 to the 12 kilometers. So how many, let's write that number down. So that's a 3. 9, 4, 6, 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So just, you know, that's million, billion, yeah, just, you know, 9.4 trillion kilometers. Like, you can't even imagine that. Like, how the fuck do you even visualize 9.4 trillion kilometers? You can barely fucking visualize 1,000 kilometers, never 100 kilometers, never mind 9.4 trillion. Like, it's just, yeah. So, if you want to have a fucking existential crisis, just think about the scale of the universe, and you're just like, this is so big and so vastly beyond your understanding, and also your capability to understand, and also, you know, within a human lifetime, your ability to even experience some of the things that the scale of time that these things happen on. It's a really easy way to have an existential crisis. So, Shrinkage is, yo, what's happening here? We're talking about the existential crisis of, like, how looking at the scale of things that exist in the universe makes you really wonder, you know, why are we arguing on Twitter? We also listen to Set Course Andromeda because it's the only music that I know I won't get copy strike for. But yeah, it's just like, it's fucking insane. Also, like, fucking spiral galaxies are just pretty. Like, look at that. That's just beautiful, right? That's the Pinwheel Galaxy. Oh, that's a really detailed image. Just every single one of these dots are just a star, or, like, you know, multiple stars. I don't know if that's like a supernova or anything, but, like, it's just... My thoughts on the RTX 3090. I mean, it'd be nice if we could fucking buy one. Like, let's go... Let's talk about another existential crisis. Will I ever get my hands on a fucking 30 series graphics card? We're shopping. Am I dumb? Here we go. Okay, I don't trust this website. Tolva, it seems like £12.49. 1,539, 2,000 British miners. That's yeah. Everything is sus as fuck, basically. It's all Amogus. Oh yeah, it's Wish Wish.com RTX 3090 Founders Edition for the low price of £18,843. That's not a scam at all. Oh wait, okay, so I've been informed by everybody that seems to know about this that using graphics card for like cryptocurrency mining is like pointless, and you should just build like custom rigs for it. So these mining rigs are pointless. Like $16,210 for all these like these fucking cunts are just ruining the graphics card market. It's just like, yeah, it's all Seuss, it's all Amogus. Basically, like, if Among Us never became popular as a game, like, maybe we could buy graphics cards. Like, maybe it was all just a butterfly effect. I don't know. Like, Bitcoin destroyed itself. 38, like, so there's meant to be a 3080 Ti. And could arrive in April. So I have to fucking, like, if I wanted a 3080 Ti, I'll have to fucking pre-order this card. Because it's like, there's no way I'm going to get it. Because this card's just going to get soaked up. Like, can I even buy a fucking PS5? Like, yeah, I bought light bulbs on Amazon. Sue me. Currently unavailable. Controller, okay. We don't know when this item will be back in stock. And we never know because people are scalping the shit out of this stuff. So, like, yeah. Don't get me started. Don't see how Bitcoin is not getting blasted for how much in it. Like you said, like, these fucking rigs that people are selling for Bitcoin, it's just like, you're not making any money. And like my friend Aaron keeps saying, like, you're probably spending more money in the electricity to run 10 graphics cards than you are actually making from the Bitcoin. So it's just like, yeah. 3060s just came out and they're also gone. Yeah, like, there's way too much demand for these cards, and like, no one's they can't keep up with demand. And people are fucking buying them in bulk to scalp them as well. It's just like, I don't know what to say. We just, it's just fucked, right? So, I don't know how we got from the existential. I mean, this is an existential dread as well. It's like, imagine you're little Timmy, and you're really excited about playing your PlayStation 5, and your mom and your dad have promised you that you've been a good boy and you've done well in school, that you're gonna get your PlayStation 5, and like, you know, it will be your PlayStation 5. It won't be your older brother's PlayStation 5. Because your older brother was not a good boy, and he kind of ruined his PlayStation 4, and you know he threatened to have sex with other people's mothers and stuff like that on his PlayStation 4. So we're not gonna give Jimmy his PlayStation 4. He was a naughty boy. We're gonna give Timmy his. And you're like, oh, I can't wait till it comes out. And your parents wait till it comes out because they don't know any better, right? And they go into Amazon, they go to their favorite retailer or Argos or whatever, and they're like, try to play a PlayStation 5, and within what a normal time frame for them. So let's say they check 6 hours after it releases. It's all gone. Like, how do you explain it to little Timmy? It's like, oh, sorry, Timmy. Unfortunately, there's these people called scalpers, and they're just trying to buy every single PlayStation 5 so they can sell it for more money on Amazon. But really, what they're going to do is they're going to just ship you a plastic cardboard box because of some description on Amazon or whatever. And it's just like, sorry, little Timmy, you're just fucked. You should have just not existed as a human being if you wanted a PlayStation 5. I'm sorry. Do you think we're living in a simulation? How much are PS5s going to... Okay, I'll tackle the simulation hypothesis shortly, but let's go to eBay. See how much PlayStation 5 is going for on eBay. Minimum £500. Just scalpers, man. Just fucking scalpers. I use Twitter bots to get mine at Best Buy, so yeah. Okay, simulation hypothesis. So, fuck, where do I even start with the fucking simulation hypothesis? Like, it just requires so many fucking assumptions that we're just assuming that something out there has the power to calculate every single interaction that's ever occurred in our universe. And we're just assuming that it just has the power and the capability and everything to do that. I feel like, yeah, it's unfalsifiable. Like, it's completely unfalsifiable. I feel like there's more basis for asserting that our universe exists than there is more basis for asserting that our universe is a simulation, because asserting that our universe is a simulation requires more assumptions than asserting that our universe just exists. And that's just the problem with it. It requires more assumptions. It's just Occam's razor shit, man. Like, if it requires more observations, then it's less likely to be true. And like Aaron said, it's actually unfalsifiable because there's no way you can ever prove or disprove it. Because, like, how the fuck would the inhabitants of a simulation ever prove that they're in a simulation? Like, it's just not possible. At least within, like, our boundaries of, like, scientific reasoning. Wouldn't things go wrong more, like technical glitches, or maybe that's what earthquakes are? Like, so the idea is that if you have the computing power to simulate every single interaction in the universe to the point that you can simulate the thoughts of individual humans, then you wouldn't have bugs, really, because like you have such programming power that if we think about how difficult it is for us to simulate a human brain. Like, they have the power to simulate every single human brain that's ever existed in history ever. So we're assuming that they have, like, essentially infinite amounts of fucking processing power. But, like I said, the problem is, like, it's unfalsifiable. We can't ever prove or disprove it. And at the same time, it's like, it requires more assumptions than to just assume that our universe exists. And it sounds like a God argument to me. Because, like, I don't know if you guys know about the God argument where, like, for instance, someone says there is a gap in our understanding of nature, therefore it's God. And it sounds like there's a gap in our knowledge of understanding. Like, why is the speed of light the speed of light, and why are the physical constants the way they are? It must be set up by a higher power who set up a simulation. It is almost analogous to a God argument. So that's why I feel it's just not even worth talking about, because it's unfalsifiable. It's a God argument. So You can never prove it this way or another, so it's not even worth considering. And I feel like if you're talking about science, you should talk about things that can be talked about in a scientific manner. And I feel like the simulation hypothesis, there is no way to approach it scientifically. You can make assertions and you can make assumptions and you can make various, like you can make conjectures, but you can never prove it or disprove it scientifically, which is why I'm almost reductive in that I think that it's not even worth talking about because you can't prove or disprove it. It's just not worth considering. There are more important things to consider, like how to solve fucking global warming. Aaron's saying this is my zone right now. Yeah, I was gonna think that this is like podcasting hours. Came for the senpai, stayed for the philosophical. Like, no, dude, like this is what I like. Honestly, I want my streams to be like this. I love talking about music. I love talking about gaming and stuff like that. But like, this is like my zone as well. I love talking about shit like this, and I'm glad you guys are along for the ride. Damn, you guys are big brain in here. I know it's like, I don't even think it's big brain. I feel like honestly, if you watch enough YouTube content about this stuff, like you get like 90% of the way there. And like a lot of the stuff he's thinking. Hello, Wolf Buns. We're talking things on a logical level by what we know. If we're created, it wouldn't have been done by stuff way beyond our knowledge. But that's the thing. You never prove it, right? Like the thing is, like I said before, is like it's unfalsifiable because the assumption that there's it's what is like if you think about it logically, what is the difference between God and the person who sets up the simulation? They're fundamentally the same thing. So it's the same argument as to appealing to. Like I said, there's a gap in our scientific knowledge, such as we don't know why the speed of light is the speed of light. It just is, and all our results on general relativity and special relativity rely on the speed of light being what it is. But we don't know why it is. But like instead of saying we just don't know yet, we just say, well, everything's just a simulation. It's a cop-out essentially. It's like we've given up on trying to find out why. And we're just like, oh, it's just a parameter set by someone making a simulation. It's like, it's so unsatisfying to me because it feels like it's just a cop-out. It's an appeal to God argument kind of thing. It's like why? Like if there's a watch, there's a watchmaker. It's like, yeah, you just not found out why the watch exists as it does kind of thing. A watch is a bad example because obviously people make watches, but like if there's a physical phenomenon, there might be something behind it. And like as far as we know, we have physical theories like quantum mechanics and quantum electrodynamics and general relativity, but we know that they're not the limit of understanding. They're things that we don't know beyond those theories. So to say that shit's simulation is like, well, we might as well just not look into those theories further kind of thing, or see what's beyond those theories. It's like, no, there's still more to know. And to say that everything's a simulation is a cop-out. That's like my view on the simulation hypothesis. And I think it's an exciting thought experiment that gets a lot of clicks on YouTube, but fundamentally it's an unscientific thought. It's an unscientific argument because it's unfalsifiable and is equivalent to an appeal to God argument. That's my thoughts on it. I feel like we get to know who you are as a person. It's good content. Oh, thank you, man. No, honestly, I love ranting about this kind of stuff. Like, it's so interesting to me, and I love talking about it. And like, I feel like you said, it's just probably a side of that a lot of people that haven't spoken to me on my Aaron knows, like we stay up to like 5 a.m. just talking about this kind of shit. But this is the kind of stuff that I love talking about. It's so interesting. Anne says, I'm surprised you're still streaming. Don't know, it's weird. 99% impossible. It's great to think about the possible. I mean, like, it could be possible, but what in your life changes if the simulation hypothesis is true? And if we think about it practically speaking, nothing. So if it's meaningless whether the if the simulation hypothesis is true or not, then you shouldn't think about it. It's meaningless. Like, your life doesn't change. Whereas your life will change, quite possibly, if we figure out a way to reverse the effects of global warming, or if you find out some kind of new technology that does something. Like, oh, thank you for hosting. Kavisi Maineezy. Yeah, like for instance, like if we find that there are definite impacts to your life, like for instance, like figuring out the COVID vaccine, like there are huge impacts to your life if we figure that out. if you find out that everything's a simulation, what does that change? Like, does it make life any more or less meaningless? Does it do anything? Like, I think the answer is no, not really. Like, if life was already meaningless to you, then like, what is life any more meaningless if it's a simulation? If life was really meaningful to you, like, are the interactions you have with people any less real or any more meaningful, any less meaningful if they're simulated interactions? And who to say that like consciousness is not just a form of simulation like, so for me, like, it just doesn't make sense to even think about it, because it doesn't change anything about my life and doesn't change anything about my interactions with people and my interactions with music and interactions with the world, essentially, because they're still meaningful to me. It doesn't matter if it's a simulation or not. Like, they're still the same thing. I still feel the same way about it. You know? That's how I like to think about it. Sorry, I'm not keeping track with chat, but it's like, hope you guys are enjoying my ranting about the simulation hypothesis. Yeah, I mean, I find it really interesting as well. I'm glad you guys find it interesting too, because it's like, I think it's a really, like, I don't know, like, a lot of people try to point the simulation hypothesis as like a really like deep, like, philosophical thing, but it's like, I don't think it's deep at all. I think it's almost pseudo waffle in many ways, because like Aaron said, it's like it's unfalsifiable, so you can't prove it one way or the other. And like I said, it doesn't change your life if it's true or not. Think, like, for instance, like, if you had a certain belief, let's say your belief is that the color blue was green. It's a fucking wild argument, but let's just, if someone disproves that actually changes quite a lot of how you perceive the world, because like, everything you thought was green is blue, and you have to reshuffle how you think about the world. But if everything is a simulation, the simulation is built in such a way that we're just meant to experience life as it is, and discovering that everything is simulation doesn't really change the parameters of your existence, because you're still existing in the same way. It's not like a huge paradigm shift, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know, like, some people already think that, you know, life is kind of meaningless. Like, I'm one of those people that I say and I say this in like the most optimistic way, that life is meaningless in such a way that there's no imbued meaning to life, so we should just make our own meaning and make the most of the life that we're given. So that means, for me, that means, you know, having as much fun as I can, being as good to the people that are close to me, being as good to the people around me, and so on, and trying to be positive and, you know, spread positivity and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's what's meaningful to me. But that's the meaning that I bestowed onto life, and it's because life is essentially like a blank canvas, so you can kind of just paint whatever meaning you want on it. So it could have as little or as much meaning as you want. And if life is a simulation, none of those things that I've set out to do change. So it's like, I don't know, it feels so pointless to even think about it, because it's the same regardless, right? Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, like, an alien could call it blue, or it doesn't look blue to them. That's just a perception thing. Like, if we have a real physical measurement for what blue is. Like, for instance, if we go to like visible light, like, we have a real physical measurable thing. So it doesn't matter if an alien calls this, like, you know, blur or blue or goo goo gaga. Like, this is still the wavelength of light, like, that's around 450 nanometers. So it's like, this is all tangible, and like, there's no arguing against, like, whatever they use to measure the frequency of light. Like, we will come to agreement if we have a proper conversion factor. So if an alien says that this frequency of light is gorble goggle kilo poggles, but gobble goggle kilo poggles is exactly the same as 450 nanometers, then we're in agreement about what that blue is, if that makes sense. So it says Launch and see. I think there's two possibilities. We are created and meaning is being observed, and there doesn't need to be an explanation for anything. And everything is just there. So my problem with being created is that there's nothing special about us, right? Because we're just like one planet and a tiny galaxy in a huge universe. Like in the statistical scale of things, it's like completely irrelevant. So there's nothing statistically relevant about us that we can tell. Like if we are the only like life forms in this universe, then that's a statistical anomaly. But in all likelihood, we aren't. So there's nothing statistically relevant about us. So the easier explanation that doesn't require any assumptions is that life is like the universe is just the way it is. It's like space do be the way it is. So. Minus Marty, too tired, gotta take off that. This has been cool. See you, C2 gang. Yeah, thanks very much for hanging out, man. Really appreciate it. Believe in the second scenario. The gases that create the Big Bang were just there. Nobody created it. It doesn't need to. Yeah, I mean, like, everything in the universe is seemingly just the result of interactions that just happened, and these rules of physics. I definitely believe that there is an explanation for the rules of physics and why they are. We just haven't looked deep enough as to why they are the way they are. And every single period of science where we kind of come to a brick wall as to why something is the way it is, we generally find out something. And this has happened over and over again, and we're just in another one of those periods as to why we don't know why quantum mechanics is the way it is, and we don't know why the speed of light is the speed that it is. So, we'll find out about this stuff eventually. It may not be in our lifetimes, which is sad to think, but we're also living in the most prosperous and amazing time in human history, so just make the most of it. Abiogenesis is also a pretty interesting topic. Yeah, it is. It's like abiogenesis. It's the idea that life is just a natural process, right? So like organic compounds just came together and the chemistry interacted in such a way that the life reproduced and so on. And it's crazy. I mean, the thing is, like, so much of life is just it's just self-replicating chemical processes, and chemistry is just an extension of large-scale physics. And it's amazing to think that these things are possible, and like we just need to look into why these things are possible and how they happen, and we get the explanations. Life is just it do be, and like yes and no. Like life do be, but like we can explain a lot of the processes behind it. I think a lot of the process that we struggle to explain within life are just like consciousness and stuff like that, and like the actual origins. Like how do like soups of fucking chemicals and organic compounds come together to create something that self-replicates, and how did the mitochondria enter the cell and all that kind of shit. Like there are some questions that we haven't answered yet, but we will find them eventually. I feel it's like it's only a matter of time or effort is the way I want to think about it. But yeah, it's pretty insane. It's like a lot of this stuff's just mind-blowing, and like it's hard to wrap your head around when you really try to think about it, but it's cool to think about nonetheless. Oh man. What kind of physics did I specialize in? I did my master's degree in the trapping of. Basically, it was mostly programming. So it was called the trapping ultra cold atoms and holographic light traps. So I was programming, like creating these traps using lasers to trap ultra cold atoms. So it was like condensed matter physics stuff. But in general, like my physics degree was just called like masters in physics. It wasn't really specialized in anything. I just had to pick something to do my masters in. Should check out Breakthrough Starshot. I'll look it up. If the universe is non-deterministic and the multiverse is real, does it mean there's a huge matrix of universes, and in order to simulate one universe, you need to effectively go through the eigenvalues for every universe? Yeah, possibly. That's still an outstanding question. Like, is the universe deterministic or non-deterministic? Because quantum mechanics says no, and classical mechanics and general relativity says yes. So, fuck, man, that completely shuts my. No, honestly, like I don't think that's true. I think that philosophy is as relevant because you're asking different questions, right? physics is a completely different, like, field of study where we look at specific things and try to find experimental values, where philosophy, you're trying to essentially challenge the very act of thought, essentially. That's what philosophy boils down to. It's just challenging the act of thinking. And challenging the act of thinking in, like, how you think, why you think, where you think, when you think, like, that's philosophy in general. So yeah. Vaguely mentioned Breakthrough Starshot. Oh yeah, the whole like star sail thing. One of the odds some crazy shit happens here is like the supermassive black holes. I mean, we kind of know where supermassive black holes are, and the thing about like black holes is like we're kind of been conditioned by sci-fi to think of them as scarier than they are. But like if the sun turned into a black hole, we would just keep orbiting around it. It wouldn't suck us up. They're not like galactic hoovers. They still follow the laws of physics. So as something's destructive to the human race, honestly, we're actually more likely to be fucked up by a comet or an asteroid than we are by like something like a supernova or something. So to be fair, the formal logic for philosophy classes did give me a leg up on my car. Yeah, that's cool as well. Like I think that's the thing about philosophy though. Like, like as much as can be like, you can be all like Descartes and like, I think therefore I am. Is that Descartes? I might just be fucking what's it, Descartes? I think therefore I am. Like everybody thinks that philosophy is like, I think therefore I am, but really like a lot of it's like, just thinking and how to think and how to think effectively. So I can see how that would definitely help a degree in programming. Oh, cool. I did my dissertation in the relationship between entanglement, entropy, and general relativity using Euclidean methods, basically looking at instances where GR and quantum agree mathematically. That must have been really hard because, like, I feel like I didn't do anything with regards to GR, so, like, it's not really something I'm well versed in terms of the mathematics, but, like, as far as I'm aware, like, a lot of the struggles with finding, like, the theory of everything and, like, unification theories is that quantum mechanics and GR just do not agree at any scale, and they're like incredibly divergent on scale. So that's something you'll need to like correct me on. But like, for instance, like we think of like GR as in like as in the large scale, like gravity, and then we think of quantum mechanics as a small scale, and like there is no maths that effectively covers every single scale, and we need two different sets of mathematics and two different theories for each scales. So you'll have to correct me on that, but yeah, I do really miss studying physics. I found a lot of it fascinating. Yeah, I find it so fascinating as well, which is why I still watch YouTube videos. One of my favorite channels is PBS Spacetime. I spelled that wrong. PBS Spacetime. Really, really interesting YouTube channel, and they like their current videos are like, this time calls gravity, gravitational wave background. Does gravity warp the flow of time? Like really, really interesting videos. Apes together strong. Yeah. Philosophy in a nutshell. A guy argues their point. Someone counter argues their point. Someone 100 years later says they're wrong. Yeah. I thought Descartes was giving her the D. I mean, philosophically speaking, I feel like giving her or him the D, depending on your specific orientation, like is a lifelong aim for many people. Is the GR and QM gap the missing link of physics? It is one of the missing links of physics. I think one of the other missing links of physics is explaining why the constants are as they are, because as far as we know, constants are just that, constants. We have no physical explanation for why they're the specific values. Which is why people like have like fine-tuning arguments and so on. So like people think that this is this because of a fine-tuning argument, or this is that because of some specific creator, and like that's why the simulation hypothesis comes along. So it is what it is. Senpai, am I allowed to plug my friend's guitar playing here? I don't use Instagram, so I can't view. I'll allow it. It's fine. I mean, there's only like what 28 of you at the moment, so it's fine. He introduced me to music years ago. Well, I should thank him for that. That's really cool. It's nice that like how he introduced you to my music like years ago, And here you are in a stream with me, and I'm just fucking ranting about like esoteric fucking physics theories and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, this has been a blast actually. I think I'm about to wrap up. This is the second stream. When I killed the first one, but it's been an absolute blast having all of you. It's really cool for you to join me on this Friday evening. I think I've long passed, the effects of this bottle of wine that I drank, but it's super cool. Affiliate now. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you, Pikachu Hulk. Everybody shout out Pikachu Hulk for gifting all the subs. Absolute MVP of the stream. And yeah, I wanna keep doing this. I don't know if I wanna do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. It's like 1 day difference, but like I might vary. But yeah, like this has been a lot of fun. I kind of want my streams to devolve into this, where like where I just kind of talk about random science and like random theories, and like I want to talk about global warming or like fucking plate tectonics or like random shit like that. I think it'd be so much fun. So yeah, next goal is to get me that check mark. Yeah, I mean like if I hit partner, that'd be cool, but like I'm totally just happy to just talk to whoever shows up. It's just been a lot of fun. So yeah, like thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you for indulging me with this random like like random rants on like astronomy and like the simulation hypothesis. Yeah, you guys have been awesome, and I will see you either on Sunday or Monday. I will decide at some point what the actual schedule is going to be. But yeah, all of you have a fantastic evening. Thanks for tuning in, and have a good one. See you.